Do you know what the topic at hand is?
That I told you last night that I looked at my phone and it was about midnight and I basically left right away and came home. And this morning I'm telling you a different story where I looked at my phone, it was about midnight. I, you know, was trying to leave, was still caught up in conversation, was putting my coat on. Michelle walked me out to my car, conversation continued, and then I got in my car at 12:30 and texted you at that point.
Okay, so here's one thing that you just said that's not true. The only thing that I know of that you just said that's not true. You did not tell me last night that you looked at your phone and it was about midnight. Why would you say that in this conversation? Why would you change what happened in the past? Why would you try to pretend like you said that in the past? Why would you want me to believe that you said that last night?
What did I say last night?
You didn't say what time it was. You said something along the lines of, I looked at my phone and I was like, oh shit, I had no idea, David, how late it was. And so I left immediately.
Hmm.
So, but throwing in, I looked at my phone and it was about midnight, claiming that you said that last night would mean that even last night, I knew that it took you a half an hour to leave,
Oh, okay.
which I totally didn't.
Okay.
It's totally understandable that you would want me to think that I knew that last night, so that the differences between your story last night and your story today would be minimized.
Hmm. That wasn't my intent, but
It wasn't your conscious intent.
I can see how that would, I wasn't like framing an argument to be like, I told you last night I looked at my phone
I
at
just said
midnight,
it wasn't your conscious intent
but I wasn't even going to come back around to that or anything.
because you weren't conscious of it.
Okay, fair enough. So then the topic is that I told you last night, I looked at my phone, I realized that it was late. I basically went straight to my car, texted you, and came home. Whereas today, it is that I looked at my phone, it was about midnight, and started getting ready to leave and didn't sit back down, but was still engaged in conversations and was trying to leave. And then Michelle walked me out to my car and conversation continued. And then I left at 12:32 or whatever time it was that I texted you. And so therefore I withheld information from you that would have been relevant because um, I'm assuming because I should have controlled the situation better and should have, you know, shut down the conversation more and gone straight to my car. But since I didn't, in effect, that means that like I was not taking the late time period seriously and may then subconsciously be like still um, trying to like be late to do something negative to our relationship or something like that. Is that all correct?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that last part in this conversation, but okay. Yeah,